Hello, my name is Theodora, and me and Egan are doing the cake case for our jury presentation. So, what is the cake case? The cake case is what happened is a same-sex couple, Charles Craig and David Mullins, walked into a cake shop owned by Jack Phillips, and they ordered a cake for their wedding reception, and the baker, Jack Phillips, refused to make them one. So this was in Colorado in 2012, and at that time in Colorado, there was an anti-discriminatory law that said you cannot discriminate anybody based on their sexual orientation and deny them services. So Jack Phillips argues that making the cake would go against his religious beliefs and against the First Amendment, which he is allowed to exercise his religion and freedom of speech. So what this is being ruled on, the question in this case that makes it so controversial is whether the First Amendment outweighs the Anti-Discriminatory Act that was passed in Colorado. So the decision being made will show what is more important to the American people, Anti-Discriminatory Act or the First Amendment in this case, to exercise freedom of religion and free speech. So the ruling so far, the couple has already gone to a state court twice, but Phillips keeps on appealing the decision. So now it is at the Supreme Court because Phillips brought it to the Supreme Court, and it will be decided. The case will be heard in December this year, and the decision will be made by summer of 2018. So this is a very important case, especially for the gay rights movement, because there have been many protests and movements, and this case is very controversial and can show what people value more in this country. So precedent cases have been Obergefell versus Hodges. So this is the Supreme Court case that guaranteed the right to marriage for same-sex couples in all 50 states in America. And then the Miller versus Davis case, which is actually very similar. A clerk in Kentucky refused to give a marriage license to a gay couple because of her religious beliefs, and she was found guilty and she was put in jail for that. So the kind of law that this is a constitutional law. So what a constitutional law is, whoever or whatever is being tried for the violation of the Constitution. So why this is a constitutional law is because they are seeing which law outweighs another one. The First Amendment is in the Constitution, but the anti-discriminatory law is not in the Constitution. So it is seeing if the anti-discriminatory law can outweigh the constitutional law. So here are 3 points of view from this case. So the first point of view that is being argued is Jack Phillips, which is the owner of the cake shop. So he refused to bake a cake for the couple because of his faith. So a popular stance that his lawyers have taken is arguing that his cakes are his form of art. So in his First Amendment right to express himself, he should be allowed to deny or make a cake for whoever he wants, and he should not be forced to make his art for people he does not agree with. So the second point of view is Charles Craig and David Mullins. So this couple and their lawyers have based their argument around the Colorado anti-discrimination law. So the statute called the Sexual Orientation and Employment Non-Discrimination Act specifically. It prohibits the discrimination of any kind against a person based on their sexual orientation, and also says that you cannot deny services or rights to anybody based on their sexual orientation. So the third point of view is the Trump administration, which is an important point of view because Donald Trump is our president. So the Trump administration has chosen to side with the baker. In a statement released from the White House, it was said that they also believed that any ruling against Phillips would be a violation of his freedom to free speech, so it would be unconstitutional against the First Amendment. So our opinion. In my opinion, I think that what the baker did is unlawful, and I don't think he should have denied a cake to the couple because of the law set in place that specifically says you cannot deny services to anybody based on their sexual orientation. Another thing, I do not think that making a simple cake wouldn't harm anybody in this situation. And I think that the cake maker should have not discriminated the couple. And I do believe that this is 100% discrimination against a same-sex couple, and it 100% violates the law, and I do not think that the cake maker was right in his decision. So that is the end of our presentation, and thank you for watching this, guys, and goodbye.